Yes, sir. You can proceed, sir.
Yeah.
No,
Thank
please.
you, sir. I I feel really sorry that there was interruption. So I was talking about the methodology and methods. So for the new researchers, I would like to quote here few uh, things that as regards innovative research. You'll find that in any research project, an overall methodology to make a conclusion in relation to the overall objective. Some types of experiments, surveys, models, and case studies we do while making a research. Within a given research methodology, several data collection methods uh, can be relevant, and both qualitative and quantitative methods may be used in the same study. We sometimes specify what research methodology is chosen to fulfill the research objectives. Uh, Here you'll find that there may be the description of the methodology which is used does not mean a reproduction of standard textbook, or does not mean a reproduction of standard research project or standard research reference book. What I want to tell you here is that you may quote the number of authors and the number of selected pages as regards the citations of the thing that you are going to do, but it is not necessary to explain that a case study will allow in-depth analysis of a particular problem, and that the limitation is that the results cannot be statically. This is also very important. Generalized, but that they could be theoretically generalized, they could be empirical, and they also could be more implementary, or I would like to say they also could be more characteristic that we do find in our research. There may be a part of the definition of the concept, or the definition of the concept of a case study, and it would be more informative to explain why a case study approach is suitable in the specific context. This may happen as regards the research in social sciences, I would like to say. But so far as language and literature is concerned, we need to stick to the statements that the character makes, or the situation that burdens the character to make that sort of statement, or the situation in the mind of the author who will be the representative of the author in the text. And there may be the concept in the mind of the author, and he or she wants to conceptualize the thing mouth of the character. This is very important. An important part of the methods, the method description. There may be the sample design you may take in your research. You may take the objects in your research. You may take experiments in your research. You may take plots for the uh, survey. You may take respondents to questionnaire. You may take interviews of the specific choose different implications for the subsequent possibilities for generalizations, and the validity of that possibility and the reliability of your research findings. This is very important as regards research methodology. I would like to just give few things as regards research methodology. Your data analysis is very important while doing research. Your conceptualization is very important. Your case study is also very important, and you may apply various hypotheses and testings for coming into the conclusion. So whatever Dr. Pramod Pawar sir has given me instructions as regards the research, he also has told me to use bilingual method. I understand that there may be some of the colleagues or there may be some of the friends in different subjects. I would like to tell you here is that if there are any doubts as regards my presentation, you may ask me. I will definitely answer them in both the languages. I hope there is not any problem as regards listening to me. Uh, but so far as your doubts are considered, I will definitely answer them in both the languages. So, friends, this is what I want to go into the detail as regards innovative trends in research methodology. You'll find that a research project or a researcher is very important till he completes his research. But afterwards, whatever his outcome or her outcome are there, they are definitely the contribution to that arena of research, contribution to that discipline of research. And that is why you should have something different, something innovative in your project, by which the next researchers or the forthcoming researchers will understand. This is very important. Means consistency in research is also the part is also the responsibility of any researcher. This is what I would like to say. Again, your results, your conclusion, your discussion, and the references that you quote in your research, all these things are very important so far as innovative research is considered. You may say that what are your results. They also fortify, or they also your results also give more contribution to your research. Your case study or whatever your discussion is there while doing case study or whatever, while analyzing a particular character or analyzing a particular situation, analyzing or criticizing a particular concept, this is very important. Your discussion is also very important as regards your innovative trend, as regards methodology. And the next thing which I would like to tell you here is that your conclusion, your outcome is nothing but your innovation that you do find throughout your research. Outcome is very important. Findings, this part is very important. Your main finding of the research is clearly show that whether you are merely imitator or you are an innovator. This is very important. So anybody, if he goes or she goes on to outline the implication of the findings, it should be a distinct thing. It should be nothing but your understanding, and it should be nothing but your own contribution to that part of research. Your idea, your niche, it should be different. It should not be your copying. What future studies could be recommended? What future studies could recommend is don't send last point. You also should quote in your outcome. There may be a few sub arenas, there may be few sub facets which you may not have find out, but there is still possibility for more findings. You may also quote them. And last, the thing that is references. You may call them in Marathi Sandarbha Granth. References cite literature which you have used, and of course what standards of literature you have used while doing research. In text citations and format of that citation and out text citations, these are very important, because all these contribute to a good type of research. You'll find that if you want to evaluate a researcher, anybody, if he sees the references that he has used, the standards of references, they also contribute to a good research. If you use references of localite references or localite text, it means that you do not have a good type of research. So innovative research methodology pertains to innovative or innovative references. This is very important. Whatever references you have quoted, you should have gone through all the references of the secondary and primary references of that text. Otherwise, merely quoting, omitting any entry, omitting any reference, and giving references of your own, this also may cause damage to a good researcher. And last thing which I have focused here is that you should follow the consistency in your research. Purpose of a reference list is that the reader should be able to find the references used, and that is why while making the updation of references, you should quote the references which are lately or which are modern and ultra modern. This is what I would like to say. If you are if you are quoting if you are quoting any author in the 1960s, you also should quote the critical thoughts of any writer upon that writer of 1960s, which may belong to 2022 or 2000. All the references in the text must be in the list of list of updated list of date-wise list of references, and vice versa. This is very important so far as good research is concerned. So friends, with these few words and few ideas that I want to pertain to innovative trends in innovative trends in research methodology, I here give a stay to my talk, and I uh, before uh, giving a stay to my talk, first of all, feel I really owe a gratitude as regards the management and the principal of college, this college, Dr. Pawar sir, my friend, and all dear friends. So, with this due respect, I end my talk upon research methodology. So, I request all the participants, if you want to ask me any question, the session is open. Thank you. Please.
Just thank you very much, sir, for your valuable guidance regarding research methodology. If there is any question regarding to this, the topic is open for discussion. You can raise questions. And if you want a detailed answer of the question, you can leave your questions in the message box. It will be answered later. No worry, because here is a time constraint. That's why we cannot take the question answer session. So here I must appreciate the attendees, Bharati Patil, Umesh Vamne, Nilesh Gowde, then Rameshwar, Dr. Rameshwar Magar, Professor L.U. Meshram sir, Dr. Dilip Birute sir, Dr. Deepak Parde sir. So I am very much thankful for rejoining the session once again. So it is really a very useful lecture, not only for the staff, but it is very useful for the students who suffer a lot while going through the research. They exactly do not understand the research methodology, the proper way to execute their research work. So very, very thankful to you, sir, for your valuable and very informative lecture regarding research methodology and the innovative touch in the research, which is the key factor that you have mentioned about the outcome of your research is very much important, which is very essential, not only for yourself, for the nation at large. So we are summing up the session here. So for the vote of, before we go for vote of thanks, this seminar has been organized by Internal Quality Assurance Cell and in collaboration with Department of English and Department of Botany. Dr. Deepak Parde sir, head of the Department of Botany, then Dr. Shantanu Chavan, then Dr. G.S. Bhagat sir, and in the Department of English, Dr. Prafulla Devre sir, then myself, and Mr. Umesh Vamne sir. Thank you very much for your uh, valuable guidance. So here as per the formal vote of thanks, I request Mr. Umesh Vamne sir to propose vote of thanks here.
Good afternoon, sir. Respected and our most distinguished chief guest of the day, Professor Dr. D.N. Ganjawar, sir, respected Principal Dr. Shirish Pawar, sir, our English Department HOD and IQC Coordinator Dr. Pramod Pawar, sir, honorable professors and my dear friends. It's a great honor to propose a vote of thanks to all who have helped us in making this seminar this lecture such a resounding success. First of all, I would like to propose hearty vote of thanks to our chief guest, Dr. D.N. Ganjiwar sir, for gracing today's. Thank you, sir, for your very interesting and making excellent presentation and making this lecture interesting and meaningful. I would like to express our profound gratitude to our principal, Dr. Shirish Pawar, sir. And I am happy to express vote of thanks to our staff members who made this lecture and this event a grand success. Thank you. Thanks to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you, Pawar sir. Thank you.
Yes, you will receive the certificates later. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you.
Shall I
Thank you,
end the
sir.
session, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.